All right, then we are officially recording. So, hello,
I
hello.
hate when it goes recording.
What?
I hate when it goes recording. It makes me nervous.
Well, when
Don't be
you talk,
nervous,
you're
Rhonda.
focused.
I can't help
Um,
it.
so,
I think
hello.
we all should all be on a couch, though. That'd be cool, like a
I
big
don't want
circular
on a couch.
couch.
I want a chair.
I
Yeah.
know. Yeah, Rhonda Valency's visiting, so she's actually here in person. It's fabulous.
Hi, in person.
Prop. Yeah. So hello to everyone who might be watching this recording. First of all, let's start with that. This is our kind of our push group, Team Synergy Alliance. And we have on the call here Valency, Danny, I'm Catherine. We have Darla, Pamela, or Pam. Sorry, we have a Pamela and a Pam. So Pam and Rhonda. Hi, Mom. My mom's here. Hello. And we'll don't yeah. So what we wanted to talk to you guys today about is what
Recording.
is well, you know what? This was Darla's idea. Yeah, Darla, you take it away. Tell them what we all want to talk about.
That was a total deferment, but I appreciate it.
I just realized that you need to steal the show here. Do it. Yeah.
Oh, put me on the spot. I'm not ready. No, I'm ready. I was going to write it down and script it, and I thought just saying it, how we feel and how we see things and perceive things. And I just wanted to give this call as a coach opportunity call for anybody who was thinking, what is Beachbody all about? What are coaches? Who are we? Are we part of a MLM pyramid marketing scheme? Are we a cult? Some say we might probably be in a cult, but it's a pretty awesome one. And I just thought that, when opportunity calls, you might see a bunch of fabulous things on YouTube and think, who are these people? We are just everyday, normal, working to get to our dream, working to have the life that we want, the life by design. But along the way, we tend to meet a bunch of fabulous people and we connect on a emotional level, intellectual level, and we start having things in common. And when you start finding people, it's called a tribe. And so in this group we have right here, we are a tribe. We are like-minded individuals who not only want to see our lives better, but we strive to help the people in our lives, whether it be financially, health-wise, medically, become the best we can possibly be. And also, just to kind of say from different people, what has been our takeaway? We don't sell a product. We don't sell products, first of all, and we don't sell products that be like a really cute sitting on your shelf or a piece of cookware, which some companies are very awesome. I have many pieces of them, but you will only use them when you do a certain thing. But with your health and your lifestyle, it's every single day. When you get up in the morning, how do you feel when you wake up? How is your outlook on life? And that, you can't put a price on that. And I've had a lot of people tell me, well, I think getting fit is hard. It's not. It's putting one foot in front of the other. It's one step at a time. Why we coach? I have several people in my life that they started out in very, very bad health. And I was tired of seeing them be defeated. I was tired of hearing them say all the things they cannot do. And it broke my heart. And it's one tiny actionable step, one single tiny actionable step. It is maybe deciding to, instead of having 4 sodas a day, try having one. Get to the point to where you enjoy water. I can tell you for a fact that I hated drinking water. I drank flavored waters that were slightly sweet. And I wasn't going to drink water because that was boring. Now, pretty much all I drink is plain water. It's not bad. It's good for you. But the thing I can tell you is when you have your health, especially after, and other people on the call can tell you, when you're in a bad spot in your health and you're relying on medications and doctors to make you feel better and you're putting a Band-Aid on an open wound, trying to get to one spot to another, it has to be this little bit inside of you that says, I am tired of living this way. There has to be another way. And when you start coming to the other side, you realize where you were, and it's not bad because there's no shame in this at all. And we're not telling anybody how they should live. We're just saying how you feel inside. Tomorrow can be vastly different than today. And that was my big why when I started, was I wanted to literally get my family off the couch. And I was tired of hurting. I was tired of being in back pain. And I was really tired of saying that I cannot. And someone invited me to a fit club, and I thought I was too unhealthy. I was too unfit. I was not anywhere near the beach body status to go in and do a workout. And it's not about that at all. So I just kind of wanted to say, from a bunch of different people, we're not selling anything right now. We're not trying to hook you in anything. We're not saying anything that would bind you in any way, any commitments. This is just real couch talk from a bunch of people who happen to pretty much adore each other.
Thank you so much, Darla. This is why I asked you to say something. I'm going to mute you just so we don't get any feedback. Oh, you muted yourself. Okay. I couldn't have said it better. In fact, I would have said it worse. That was fabulous. You're amazing. And thank you so much. And yeah, I from people that have known you for a while that I've spoken to, this really has changed your life, and people can see it and feel it with you when you talk about your life and your business and your challengers and your coaches that you're so passionate about, which is, what the most successful coaches are, just passionate about this. They just love it. Let's give everyone, now that Darla had kind of talked about that along with an introduction, give everyone like 2 minutes, because I want to make sure that we get through everyone and we're not just, we don't take up too much time. But like 2 minutes for everyone to talk about what Darla said, like how coaching has changed our life, if we want to incorporate our story or whatever we'd like to say. And Pam, why don't you start? How coaching has changed your life? And yeah.
Well, I started out, I think Darla and I were actually in the first challenge group together with a friend of ours, and she wanted me to be a coach so bad she couldn't stand it. I ended up doing, I think, 3 different programs and about 6 different challenge groups. And it was about 2.5 years before I finally gave in and just said, okay, I'll do it. And that was last year. So I've only been a coach for a year, but I am gung-ho and sold out. I guess that's the only way I can say. I have been there and done that. I have, in my total journey before even Beachbody and now with Beachbody, has been over 70 pounds. And it's just been a long road and a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. But the thing about Beachbody is you have this group that is constant. And it's not, okay, well, you did your program. That's great. See you later. Goodbye. They're still there. They're still encouraging you. They're still saying, okay, this new program's coming out and Country Heat's out. So let's shift over and let's do Country Heat. Right now I'm in the 3rd round of Insanity Max 30. I'm absolutely loving it. I am so passionate about people getting healthy. There's a difference in a mindset that we have that's different from, I think, what society says is fit and healthy. And somebody that has 70 pounds, 100 pounds to lose, that goal is unattainable in their vision. I mean, they don't see it. You've got to start with, well, go for a walk today. Go for a slow run. See if you can jog to the mailbox. I mean, good heavens, it's the mailbox. But you've got to start somewhere. And I've got a brother who's been, bottom line, he's been to hell and back. Let's just be blunt, in the last 2.5 years. And today I ordered him the containers, just the containers for the 21-day fix. He's downloaded the 21-day fix app. And so I'm walking him through that. He's been diagnosed now with diabetes. My mother has diabetes. My mother's had breast cancer twice. My father has heart disease. It's rampant in my family, and I'm determined to break it. I'm not going to have heart disease. I'm not going to have breast cancer. I'm not going to have diabetes if I have anything to do with it. So those are my goals. I love everybody in this group. And there's a lot more of us. We're just not all here right now. But I would love for everybody to jump in and be a part of it. It's just, it'll change your life.
Thank you so much, Pam. You're amazing. I actually didn't know that about your story and your family. And choke up a little in a minute here, but no, we're going to move forward. Thank you so much, my dear.
You're welcome.
Rhonda, you're up.
I don't know what to say. I mean, how do you follow Pam? I mean, I don't even know what to say.
How has coaching changed your life?
The one thing that it has done for me is it has allowed me to broaden my horizons. When I have been working out, let's see, I was talking to a girl today. My oldest daughter is 27 years old. I worked out before her. So I have been working out pretty much my whole life, but never within a way that did any kind of teaching or me learning anything. It was mainly just because my idea of what I was supposed to do and what I was supposed to look like was determined by how I worked out or how I ate or how I did anything. So each pregnancy, I would gain a little bit more, and then I would jump back into a workout program, and I would follow that, never really having any kind of direction. The one thing that coaching has done for me when I made that commitment back in, 2011, I think it was that I was at my rock bottom. I was done with a divorce. I was drinking. I was eating. I was just kind of free. I was like a teenager all over again in a like a full-grown person's body and responsibility bracket, and it did not even faze me. And so when I broke out and I did my Turbo Fire and I committed to that long-ass program of 90 days of nothing. I mean, I was like 90 days. Wade would come in here after my 12-hour shift, 14-hour shift if you're a real nurse. And you come in here and I'm doing my workout, and he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I got to get my workout in. Shalene's dependent on me. She wasn't dependent on me. I was dependent on her. But in reality, I saw such a transformation, not only in my body, but in the way that I prioritized my things, in a way that I received compliments, in the way that I, set up everything revolved around this new breath that I had. And so I did that, and I kept going. I bought Insanity like almost not too long after I bought Turbo Fire. Insanity to me was crazy. I'm like, I'm never going to do that shit. Are you crazy? And I put it on my shelf, and I said, that's my next program. And I popped it out and I put it in. And the first day I quit on the fit test. I said, I am not even going to let nobody know that I couldn't even finish the fit test. It ain't going to happen. And so I kept that to myself, and I just kept doing every single workout, whether I finished the 30 minutes or the 40 minutes or the 47 minutes, whichever was the longest one, I kept going. And I hit such a small weight level, but it wasn't even about the weight level. I started looking at my body in a different way. I saw shoulder bones and clavicles and stuff, and I started going, ooh, who wants to show that? And so then I started getting too small and started looking at the health aspects, because I am getting older. I'm older than all of y'all. I could be your grandmas. But anyway, I started looking at the health aspect and looking at the bone density and the muscle, things that would help me to, as I got older, be prepared. So that was kind of where coaching just kind of took a totally different whirlwind. I started speaking to people who were not necessarily trying to lose all this weight, because you know what? you're still the same person in a small body as you are in a large body. So you have to love the person that you are regardless of what anybody else sees around you. So when I started doing that and started talking to other coaches and learning other coaches how they would present themselves and doing personal development, which I had not really ever done. I mean, I was always a positive person and outgoing and lifted other people up, but it was never in the aspect of a gain for me. And so when I started looking at what I was building in other people as something that I could take and put into me, I was like, damn, that is something. And I just kept going from there. And trust me, I've had ups and downs and, what's it called, wanes and waxes or whatever. Some days are easier than others. But in the whole aspect of it all, the culture that Beachbody has presented to me and being with people who get me, or maybe they don't get me, but at least they get, what we're all working towards and helping other people see that was enough to ignite me to move on to the next level. Because I started out, I want my shakes cheaper and I want my programs cheaper because I get bored really easy. So I wanted something extra. And the next thing I knew, I was doing challenge groups, and the next thing I was doing is people asking me, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm doing this. And then I'd have a coach and I'd be like, well, what do I do with them? So I'm still in the learning, even after 4 years, I'm still just in the baby phase of learning. What's my next step? How do I help these people, help other people, when I'm just now understanding that how far it has drawn me to this level and how I want to help the levels way, way, way along the way. So anyway, I could talk for hours and hours, but I'm going to shut up because I don't even know if that's the question you wanted me to answer. But
that was amazing. You are amazing.
High five.
We're
High
so
five.
excited
High
to have you. High five.
Preach it, sister.
Blow it up.
Okay. Valency, you have the floor, my dear.
Gosh, for me, it's, I was very heavy for about 2/3 of my life, but I've also, for about the same period of time, been fighting different types of chronic pain. I grew up watching my father go through chronic pain, and I'm married now, and I'm looking at maybe starting a family in the next year or so. And I did not want to bring another child into this world feeling resent for my child because I didn't do anything about my own pain before I went and had a baby. And this was, so I guess becoming a coach in a lot of ways has helped me heal my family. Indirectly inside me, as well as directly. I'm finally getting my parents, who have seen a lot of the changes in me, and they're finally coming to me because type 2 diabetes, heart issues, bursitis, arthritis, all the itises are huge in all of my family members. You would think type 2 diabetes is actually genetic, the way it permeates my entire family on both sides. And other than it just killed me watching my friends and my family just basically slowly killing themselves through their ignoring their bodies and punishing themselves, even though they thought they were giving themselves treats. I needed to do this for me, because I was really, really horribly injured in a car accident about 7 years ago. I have been disabled. I have been to the place of feeling useless and pathetic and weak. In my childhood, I was abused, not by my family, but so I have had this carried around, this fear and this unsafety in my own body, and never feeling like I could love myself fully. And I'm a crier, sorry. But I have found not just a family with these fabulous coaches that support me and love me for who I am, but I've also learned to love myself. And for the first time in my entire life, I can look in the mirror and say, I am beautiful. And that is so huge. And for the first time in my life, I feel safe in my own skin and powerful and empowered in my own body. And that is a true gift that I want to give anyone, regardless of what they've been through, because that is something everyone should have. And I think part of the anger for me too was a huge driving force, because I've had doctor after doctor give up on me because I wasn't a quick fix, and I react horribly to a lot of medicines. So I'm getting to the point where I refuse to ever get any more surgeries, because I don't want systemic hives from pain medicines. And I'm absolutely 100% taking my life back. I have found a true purpose in life. I specialized in chronic pain for 12 years as a massage therapist. I was trained for, working on people clinically and dealing with chronic pain issues after chronic pain issues. And then I was in it. And I had that gift taken away from me because I could no longer help people, and it broke my heart. And for almost 7 years, I was like, I'm going to be the slug on the couch leeching off of my boyfriend, now husband, and I could not handle that. This is the first thing I have ever found that I can do from my living room, regardless of whether I'm having a pain day or not. I can still be there for the people I love. And it has opened up my heart so much. And I have found, I never thought I could love so many people. And it's the best gift in the world.
Oh. I love you. Valentine and I have been friends for a long time. So
yeah, we met in pre-nursing school.
Yeah, so we've known each other a long time. She's visiting here. She's visiting here from Southern California area. So you're amazing.
And I'm so glad she talked me into this.
I really had to talk her into it.
4 months.
No, really, I talked her into it. I was like, so I'm going to send you, I'm going to send this to you, and I'm going to walk you through it, and you're going to do it, right? And she's like, and I was like, no, like, I believe in you, and I think you would be amazing, like, fabulous. You're going to rock this. And of course she does, and she has. Darla wrote, I love you, by the way. I don't know if you saw that.
Love you.
Danny, you have the stage.
Oh, I follow that. Wow.
You got to start crying.
No.
I had the blessing of being able to watch Catherine here work out for about a year, and I saw her get incredible results, and yet I was one of those people, that typical male attitude, which is, I work over 40 hours a week, so why would I need to go home and work out? I'm strong enough, I'm fit enough, and yet every day I was going home just exhausted and depressed and just not looking forward to anything. And then when I started to actually do the workouts with her, I realized that I had so much more energy throughout my work day. I'm able to get through everything and just be able to still do more at the end of the day. And so, with just going home and working out with Catherine, really just, it got my energy levels so much higher, and the depression slowly started to go away. And now it's to the point where I never in a million years would have thought I'd get off work after a long day and say, I cannot wait to go home and work out. And it's changing my life, just looking in the mirror and seeing little folds of disgusting fat slowly starting to go away. And I'm starting to not jiggle so much, which is nice. And yeah, overall, just the community as well, just having people that I could talk to, having people that are going through the same struggles as I am, whether it's through fitness or, their mental state too, because I'm sure, like myself, a lot of you have struggled with depression and anxiety, and these workouts really, really, really have helped me. And I enjoy getting up in the morning. I enjoy my work day. And when I get off work, like I said, in a million years, I never would have thought I'd be saying this, but I'm excited to work out. I'm excited to get my workout done today. And that's it.
Oh, crap. We still have to do that. She and I did PIO already today, and it kicked my butt. And now he and I have to do Insanity Max, and I'm scared. So
She's getting extra insane.
yeah. So, well, I guess I'm it then. And so my former coach, she had to leave the business opportunity, but she's been a friend of mine for a while, and she has an amazing story of losing over 70 pounds with T25. And she convinced me to, and again, she convinced me because I was in nursing school and I was just tired. I had just started dating Danny, and I was embarrassed. I was embarrassed to, for him to introduce me to his friends, because they would probably say to themselves, well, why would he be with her? Like, she's fat and ugly and, not worthy of him. And it really wasn't their thoughts, but it was me feeling I wasn't worthy in my own skin, of myself and to be loved. And so Kelly convinced me, and again, she convinced me, she forced me, because it was a lot of, I didn't have a huge income. So it was really a big deal that I got what they call a challenge pack. For anyone that doesn't know what that is, ask your coach, or whoever you're talking to. But, and as soon as I joined her first challenge group, which is the accountability groups we all talk about, I fell in love with the community. And I told her when I first ordered it, I said, well, Kelly, like, I'm going to do this in my living room. And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, well, who's going to make me do it every day? And she's like, you have to want this enough. And you have to post that sweaty selfie every single day in my group. You have to want this. And I was like, well, shit, like, how bad do I want this? Like, dear God, like, okay. Oh, hold on. Sorry, guys. And I was like, okay, like, crap. So of course, day one, I'm, doing cardio. And of course, my brother runs all the time. And I asked him to do it with me. Poor choice. Cause of course he was like flying through it. And I'm just like, but it felt so good. And I was so sore. And I've just grown to love feeling sore. And I fell in love with these groups. And Kelly said, you should be a coach. And since she said that to me, I wanted it. So I saved up to sign up as a coach. I saved up my money, and I said, you know what? I want to do this. I'm meant for more. I feel it in my heart. Even though I was in nursing school, it's like, I'm going to make this business work because I want to help others. I want to do this, and I can do this. I know I can do this. And, because I feel inspired, therefore I can inspire others and to do this, to want to do this as well. And that's how it started. And I've never looked back. I just haven't. Some people have had, ups and downs. And of course I've had ups and downs with my business and with my own fitness, but I've never questioned being a coach. And yeah, Danny would come home after work and he would literally sit on the couch and watch me do it. And I was like, I am doing my workout regardless of what our plans are. Like, I'm doing it. And I did it for the sweaty selfie. It wasn't because I wanted to. It wasn't for me at that point. I was too sore from the day before to do it for me. It was for the sweaty selfie so that I could get comments from other people and get praise, be praised by them, because that was the only reason when I first started that I could do it, because I had let myself get into such bad shape that I couldn't even ride my horse without being winded. I couldn't even walk up the tiny hill to see him without being winded. I took him on a walk because I didn't want to ride. I was embarrassed to ride him because I felt bad for him, that I was at my heaviest and I was uncoordinated on him, unlike what I was when I, in high school. And watching other people get results, friends of mine, watching Valency and her story, and helping her every day and helping others every single day, it just fills my cup. It fills my heart. It gives me purpose. And I like that I can help people on both ends of health and fitness. I help them before they end up in the hospital. I help them with diseases that are preventable, so that they're not in the hospital, so that I don't see them in one of my hospital beds. And if they have something, that's unavoidable, okay, fine, I can help them with that too. I get both ends of this with health and fitness coaching and with nursing. And that makes me so happy that I can be on the front and the tail end of helping people avoid being in the hospital. And I've gotten a lot of people saying, I don't want to sell Shakeology. I don't want to work for anybody. Well, I work for myself. I can do this whenever I want. I did it in the in-between hours, during my breaks with school when I first started this. And, I do it at night. Danny knows I stay up late at night to do some stuff if he and I have plans for an evening. I do it whenever I want. After this call, it's my cousin's birthday. She's here visiting. So I'm done with this call and I'm going to go make food with her and celebrate her birthday. And then I have another call at 8:30. So I can do this whenever I want. And the community has been the number one. It's like it's like a second family. And going to Summit this past year was amazing. And I'm so excited that these two lovely people will be with us next year. And I got to meet, my friend from Canada for the first time. And I got to see Darla again. And I got to see Rhonda again. And I got to see everyone. And it's just amazing to know that these men and women are here for me no matter what. And no matter what, I mean, really, we all go through a lot of stuff. We've all been through a lot. Some of us are currently going through some hard times, but we're here for each other. I mean, I can call Darla, I can call Rhonda, I can call Valency for anything in the world, regardless of whether it's Beachbody related. And you don't find that with a lot of communities, that camaraderie and that unconditional love and passion. And the fact that we all have a common goal and a common interest. And so that's how it's changed me, is not only a physical transformation, but mentally, emotionally, and then not to mention the personal development. I'd never read a self-help book before I started coaching, and now I crave it. The more I listen to audios and the more I surround myself with it, the more I want it, and it's amazing. So I just wanted, does anybody have any, I'm going to unmute everyone. Does anyone want to add anything else to our group before we end? Any last minute tidbits? You all are unmuted, so whoever wants to go ahead before we close.
I would say for those who don't know what Summit is, Summit is an opportunity to go to basically attack a certain city. And in Nashville, we had 30,000-ish people who came. And if you've ever been in a place, I mean, it's like, I can't even explain it. It's not like church. It's not like a concert. It is literally 30,000 plus people who have come to a spot to put their life aside and learn the best things they can learn from some leaders in the industry. I mean, we got to see, if you don't know who Gary Vaynerchuk is, I've been following him for years, and these people put it out there, and it's not, I mean, you could walk away from Beachbody if you were a coach right now and walk away. And the things that you take with you stick with you forever. It's not a fly-by-night little snake oil salesman. I mean, this company wants you better first and foremost. You have to change your life first. You have to want it. You have to help other people change your life. It's not a get rich quick scheme. And even Catherine and Rhonda can tell you, you sink some dollars out of your own bank account to go to Summit, because what you learn there is more valuable than the cost to get there. And you come back a different person. It is, if you want to call it a spiritual awakening, if you want to call it, empowerment, it is, you learn all kinds of things from all kinds of people, and you cannot find this anywhere else. And as far as the challenge pack goes, I've had the people say, well, I don't have any money, I can't do this. Challenge packs are actually a great deal. I just have to put that in there. And I unfortunately bought my challenge pack when there were no sales right after Christmas with my Christmas money. I didn't go buy shoes. I didn't go buy a new purse. I took an investment in myself to get my fanny off of my back. So that's
And none of us mentioned our income at all. And that's another thing, is a lot of this is, some of us do this full time now. Some of us are doing it part time, working other jobs. And that's another aspect, is the financial freedom that it has allowed a lot of people to be with their families and be present with their families. And So then I kind of should end it then, I guess, since we mentioned money, that Beachbody does not guarantee any level of income. Your income depends, I know Pam's laughing. Your income depends on your diligence, your level of skill, and how much you work this business, and how much you put into it. And the amount of lives that you help is a direct reflection of your income. That, and the amount of work and passion you put into this is a direct reflection of your income. And that's,
Yep.
and the more passionate you are about it, the more successful you're going to be, and the more you'll feel fulfilled. That's what I wanted, is I want fulfillment, you know, in my life, in, you know, my personal life, in my life with all my friends, my family, all one and the same here, to be honest. Any last, we have about like a minute left. Does anybody want to say anything else?
It's amazing what can happen when someone believes in you. And there's not enough of that in this world. So we need more believers.
Yeah, agreed.
Yep.
Anyway, I love you guys, and whoever's watching this, I hope that this helps you. And if you have any questions, please contact your coach. And let's continue to change some lives, guys.
Yep.
Love you guys.
Bye.